In this lesson, we'll explore how to create your first animation using keyframes and the timeline. Let's do this in a new scene, and the object we'll be using is the ball. So go ahead and add that in and select the controller. First thing we notice is that there are no keys on the timeline already. We will need to create one to get our animation started. Tap the key button here on the left to create your first keyframe. Move the ball up. Next, move a few frames forward and create another keyframe. In Naomi, there's this feature enabled called automatic keyframe creation, and this just means that the keys will be automatically created for you simply by interacting with the controller. It's pretty cool. But guess what? You have just created your first animation. Tap the play button to watch it loop, and then just tap that same button again to pause it. You can also use these other control buttons when playing back your animation. With the first two buttons, you can jump from keyframe to keyframe. And then with the other two, you can view frame by frame. Alright, now let's learn how to move keys to adjust the timing of your animation. For example, if we want to make the animation happen slower, we can select a keyframe and then move it a few frames forward. To do this, hold the selection button and draw a selection box over that green keyframe. Then drag the selected keyframe to the right of the timeline. Now the ball will move more slowly. Okay, now to delete a keyframe, draw a selection box around it and just tap on that delete icon. To duplicate the keyframe, select it and tap on the duplicate icon. Then you'll just move that newly copied keyframe wherever you'd like along the timeline. The size of the timeline can actually be adjusted as well, with start and end frames. We can also focus on a specific part of the animation by making the intersection smaller. And finally, here's an extra tip. If you hold the play button and then release it, it will jump back to the original frame where you started playing. This is a handy feature if you want to quickly see just a small piece of your animation. And that's it. See you in the next lesson.